This is a quick demo of a project I worked on with my son for his science fair on robot sensors. The robot platform we're using is the ArcBotics Sparki robot. And the goal of Sparki here is to navigate the maze using his sensors on his own, find the object at the end of the maze, pick it up, retrieve it, and bring it back to the beginning of the maze and release it. Although we're using the ultrasonic rangefinder to navigate the maze and make turn decisions, we're also using the infrared reflectance sensors under the front edge on the bottom of Sparki. The three in the center we're using to follow the center line of the maze to keep Sparki in the center of the corridor. This helps when Sparki makes turns not to bump into the walls, and it also allows us to keep the maze somewhat compact. You'll notice that his LED is indicating green, which means that he's doing a great job of staying on the center line. As he makes his turn now towards the end of the maze, you can see that there's an end of maze marker here, which consists of a black patch across the path of Sparki, and also an extended black patch to the left as Sparki approaches the end marker. This gives him an indication that he is in fact at the end, and if he doesn't have the object, he can use his gripper to retrieve the object and then turn around and be on his way back to the beginning of the maze. The navigation algorithm that we use is fairly common and straightforward. Basically, he uses his ultrasonic rangefinder to look to the right, then ahead, and then to the left to make his direction decision. So, for example, first he looks right, and if there's nothing to his right, he will turn right. But if there's something to his right, then he'll look ahead. If there's nothing ahead, he'll move forward. But if there's something in his way ahead, he'll look to the left. If there's nothing there, he'll turn left. But if there is something to his left, he realizes then that he's boxed in and at a dead end, and he'll have to execute a turnaround maneuver to get himself back on track. We tried to design the maze to show all the features of the navigation algorithm. As you can see right now, he's approaching a dead end, and you'll be able to see firsthand how he handles the dead end and then executes his turnaround maneuver coming up here. Realizing that he's boxed in, then he turns around, and now he's back on track. In addition to his turnaround maneuver, there's a few other maneuvers that we do. For example, when Sparki wants to turn right and there's no obstacle to his right, he must execute the right turn so that he lines up with the center line after the turn. So what we do there is so we keep moving Sparki forward one step at a time until the right edge sensor detects the intersecting right line, and as he approaches this turn, you can actually see that happen here. So right there, he detects the intersecting line. We actually move him forward 5 more steps so that he's exactly lined up with the line when he makes his 90-degree turn. All right, now Sparki is actually on the home stretch here as he makes his final turn towards the start of the maze. We also see that there's a start of maze marker, and the extended black patch happens to be on the right as Sparki approaches, so he'll know that that is the start of the maze. He knows he has the object, so once he detects the start of the maze marker, he'll release the object with his gripper and then do his turnaround maneuver. One more thing I wanted to point out here is once he does his turnaround maneuver, in this case, he gets off the center line a little bit, and you can see that his LED will turn red there, and then he does his line find maneuver. As you can see, he backs up a little bit to find the line.